I'm Joe.
And I'm Ben. I'm Joe.
I'm Ben. We're talking about Mazda.
Yeah, apparently
How it started. Go on, George, you're better at this.
Well, I got offered this Mazda quite a few years ago. Impala, sorry, yeah. I got offered this Impala quite a few years ago, and it didn't come to fruition. And then 26 weeks ago, we got offered the Impala, just to look good outside, really. It didn't run, seized engine, absolutely toast.
What, like a colander?
Colander, yeah. So we shot over and bought it. Pair of us pondering on what we could do with it. We both decided to put a Maserati underneath it, Quattroporte.
Yeah, we went on Copart and we were scrolling through what we could do to it, put underneath it and spitballing. Then we found the Quattroporte and wheelbase were 40mm different.
Yeah.
So we went for that one. So we went and picked Impala up the day after and we started bidding on the Mazda while we were on way. And literally as we pulled up to Impala, we won the winning bid on Copart for Mazda. So it was set in stone that it needed to happen.
And we know it's not the most reliable car.
Yeah.
But we don't care.
Don't give a shit. We just got to burn back tyres off it, and it's a bit poorly, but it's fixable. There were a rattle on timing chain, so one of the guides had fell off inside block. Then so we put new chains on it, timed it all back up, put it all back together, and it's still a bit lumpy. So we've found out that it's oil pump. So oil pump and water pump are part of each other, and it's letting water into oil and oil into water. So we're going to drop engine out of it and change that. Then it should run smooth. So yeah.
So we started on the very weekend we got the cars. We waited till the weekend. We had a good weekend on it. So we completely stripped the Maserati.
Yeah, just chopped it to bits.
Back to bare bones.
I think we've got some photos.
Yeah, we've got.
We did a time-lapse as well.
Yeah.
It's a bit shit, like it's not like Aaron's work, but it's there.
And then chopped the Impala into 3 pieces.
Yeah.
So it had a roof and 2 rear quarters with its inners, 2 doors, front wings and a bonnet.
Then his initial idea was to build the body off of it and have it bolt on, so it bolts straight onto Mazda chassis. But as we started, we built it onto a roll cage, so we could attach the body to the roll cage, then bolt that onto the Mazda. But it didn't need it, so
No,
we just put it all back together as is, and then chopped all roll cage out, and it gives us more access in for headline and everything. I'll just go back in loads neater and easier once we get onto the interior.
And we just made all the panels. All the panels were made. We tried to spend as least as possible on it.
Yeah.
The most we spent on is on the engine.
Yeah.
And the
time,
wheels.
Time.
And time, obviously time.
There's been a lot of time on it.
Everything just seemed to fall into place once we got the doors on.
Yeah.
And the screening. So the original Maserati lower screen.
Like
so
the curved Maserati screen and curved Impala screen, near enough identical.
Yeah.
So like when we offered Impala screen up to Mazda, we were like, fucking hell, that's unreal. And you can literally bond it in and it's done. All arches were fucked anyway. So that 40mm that we needed to move it, we were chopping them out anyway, so
yeah.
it all worked out well.
So I made full rear quarters, all inners, all inner tubs.
Yeah.
It was 2 foot too short on the back, the Mazda. So we chopped the rear end of the Maserati off.
Yeah, completely.
And then started again,
And
just to put the overhang.
Built a complete boot.
Yeah, and just got everything to fit. New door posts, A-posts to get the doors on, because the car itself's 4 inch wider each side.
Yeah, it always starts like that. We chop them all to bits and worry about putting it back together after. We barely use anything. Every single build's same. You've got good intentions. We always buy a full car for some fucking reason.
Yeah, so there were 2 ways. Obviously, we were up and we didn't to and fro whether to take the body off or leave it actually on. The body off was a good idea, but I just couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I just wanted to get it done, get it rolling outside or driving, because I get bored too easy. So basically, as soon as I got the doors on, I wanted to crack on. And then trying to figure out, and it's no way of figuring out because the cage would have done it. We actually did it, and it's like attaching all this and making brackets and taking it off, sending it away. And I'm like, we'll just get bored, it'll get shook to one side because it's his own project, it's not for a customer. It'd have been nice to have, obviously, we got the car, so everything what we got with the Impala is actually on the car. We haven't got nothing else.
Yeah.
So like the bits of trim, chrome trim, I think we had one piece of chrome trim for one back quarter, but there was no point putting that one piece of chrome trim on that one back quarter.
Yeah, so we're missing a right headlamp guard, surround.
Yeah.
So if anybody's got one of them, hit us up, because we need one.
Yeah, from...
Sills, inner sills.
Yeah, full A-post, completely making a full A-post.
Full B-post.
Full B-post.
Well, half a B-post because it's pillarless. Then all the...
Inner and outer back quarters, lower back quarters.
Yeah. Bolt, complete bolt. So where the front of the bolt would start on the Mazda, we chopped it off from there. So where the fuel tank is, we chopped everything away.
Started fresh.
Then started afresh. So made all that out of like 2020 box. So just a 2020 box frame to build a all new bolt end. Then mount your bumper and all your outer panels, and then all your bolt shut. Your inner arches. Then
we put a strut brace, haven't we? From a strut brace from tower to tower on the rear suspension, and then from there, roll cage tube, bent that up to strengthen all that up to hold the weight of the back end of the car up, really.
Yeah, and to pivot bolt off.
Yeah, to pivot the boot off.
All hinges on bolt. Standard fuel tank, stayed in the same place.
Yeah. So the hole's not exactly where I wanted it, but we didn't have a choice. Because all the breathing mechanism on the Maserati is ridiculous, so we just basically put the hole where it wanted to. It told us where it wanted to be. We didn't have a choice really. But we've got a Ferrari fuel cap, billet fuel cap, off a Ferrari on there. My daughter come up a couple of nights, didn't she? And she did some welding on it. But yeah, every single wheel art. So full lower rear quarters remade, and then to get the wheels right in the arch, we just played about with the arches really. So they're not as big as they should have been.
Squeezed them in a bit.
Squeezed them in a bit, so it looks a little bit different.
Yeah. But to naked eye, if it wasn't sat outside or another, you wouldn't think it were any different.
No.
But
we've side exited the exhaust, which is still to finish. Little bits and bobs now. It just needs to go on a ramp now. Yeah. Engine out. Fuel oil pump done.
Get all door cards extended. Then retrimmed. Same with back side guard.
Yeah.
And
And then we just need a Glenn and Linda sticker over at windscreen.
Yeah. Then it's a fight who has it which weekend.
Yeah. And there's a backstory to the actual car itself anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the other reason why I wanted the car. So the guy I got it off, him and his pals went over to the States to buy the car, load it, did all the chassis and everything, and got it all running. I think they spent 3 or 4 weeks there, if I remember rightly, and then spent 8 days driving it from one state all the way to New York, breaking down. And I mean, they said that time of life is something they'll never forget. So when we got the vehicle, I promised him that, because he knew we'd do it, seen some of the builds we'd done before, that I'd lend it in for his son's prom. And I've said, yeah, he can borrow it. But like, some of the pictures I've seen when they're in the States, chopping it to bits and getting it all to work, and they ran it on 22s, and it brought down more than it ever ran. But it just looks so cool.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why we've left bits of blue on. I mean, because they sanded all the paint off of it. And you can still see, like, there's a red marker pen mark or spray paint mark on one side. We've left it on.
Somebody's like...
There's a story to all this.
Yeah, they put like netting and sprayed like stenciled netting over at the top, and we left that on, and it looks sick. Like, it's got an history. It's 1966. It's all these war wounds that it's had.
Yeah.
You can never recreate that.
So we've literally cut out the minimal as possible, like repair work. I mean, we've done it if it really, really needed it.
Yeah, if there were big holes in it and it were going to cut kids' hands, then, we've done it. But other than that, it's still got rusty holes.
Like the passenger side door doesn't shut on its second latch at all, but it never did. So do we need it to work? It still shuts, just don't shut properly. So probably down the line we'll probably change it, but at the minute.
I think once we drive it as well, we're gonna introduce rubbers onto it because there'll be a lot of wind noise, won't there? But it's just tinkering bits that we'll probably upgrade here, there, and everywhere. Then
we got it to the first show it went to, and it's won a trophy. So for another show, and the amount of people, I mean, we've got 3 jobs off this one car.
And this is like our little baby. It's a little project of ours, but this is what type of jobs we want in shop. Yeah. So this is what we try and promote, and what
just quirky stuff.
What's cool stuff that people haven't done before. Yeah. That's what we want to do.
We do all the mechanicing. I mean, we've got mechanics here. We do all the fabrication. We do full restorations.
Yeah.
Everything. But I mean, I enjoy doing this sort of stuff. You've got free reign. No one's chomping at you. No, I don't want that. I want this. And you come up with an idea on a night time and you're having your tea and think, right, I'm going back to work. I'm going to do it. Yeah. And then at morning, lads come in like, what the friggin' hell? What's gone off? You've been here all night? Yeah. It's like one of them. Because you can't get it out of your head. But we put electric windows in it all now, because you've got to have a bit of comfort, you know what I mean? You don't be winding no windows down, do you?
No. Not when your back seats are electric reclining. And winding windows up.
Yeah. But yeah, the wheels, what it was, I'd spat dummy because we built it on the Maserati wheels, what were disgusting. Yeah. Everyone liked them, but they were horrible. And I'd had a bit of a bet, which I lost. I had a bit of a bet with one of the lads, Bradley. But the thing with me is I didn't want to take it out with these Maserati wheels on because it aesthetically hurt my eyes. And then I just got a call asking, so I've got some wheels, come and have a look. And it did us a big favour, to be honest. But I got 2 sets, so the thing more then on the old Insta and Facebook, well, I like these wheels, but these, and I was going to run a set of wheels on one side, two on one side and the upper set on the other side, but I didn't have time to do it. I think the wheels what are on it suit it. Yeah. To be fair.
Oh, cool.
But I'm not into polishing them, man. I mean, they could just rot away for us. Like, I mean, go white. I don't really. Yeah. You wanted to paint it initially?
Yeah. I wanted to do like a proper patina job on it, get rid of the rust so it don't get any worse. Then do a proper patina job on it. But I think, listen, probably 12-month down the line, it's going to look different to what it is now. So that's if somebody don't snatch it up. But it is what it is.
And the reason why we didn't paint it is because it just cost that for all the rubbers, all the door seals. I mean, new bumpers, chrome. We'd have thousands in it. We'd never want to drive it anywhere because we're scared of getting it scratched.
And we don't treat cars very well.
No.
Like, we fucking abuse them. And we'll throw some shit in back of there. We don't deserve out nice. We just destroy shit.
All the electric seats work. It's got limo back seats, so it all, I mean, everything's working. Got to wire the lights up, get it on ramp, do the oil pump. And then first set of tyres, just smoke them outside, and then buy another set.
Yeah.
And just have a laugh in it. It's just, it'd be nice to see it go down the motorway at 40, 50, 55 mile an hour thinking, people going past, what a pile of shit, what's that doing up road? Yeah. And then you open the throttle. Or they might go past and think, that's cool as hell, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think everybody's going to think it's cool as fuck.
I mean, we've had a decent amount of following on social media for it.
Oh, yeah, it's massive.
Asking not to paint it, just clear lacquer it, just do this, leave it alone. And then other people are like, why have you put a Maserati dash inside? They don't read what we've actually done. I mean, they say, why have you put a Maserati dash inside a Impala? It looks wrong, and you've right-hand drived it, and it should be left-hand drive. I mean, because we've worked on it for so many weeks, we forget what we've done to it. Then people pick up on these little bits what you've already forgot. Yeah. You're like, oh yeah, I have done that. And then people are like, how much did you give it a roof chop? We didn't give it a roof chop. We had to
just chopped the roof off.
We just chopped the roof off.
Yeah, because it was just so flimsy. Once we chopped it off at Impala body, there was just no strength to it whatsoever. And to pick the body up off of it, it would have just all bent up. So we just chopped it in 3 bits.
Yeah.
And started again. Chopped it straight down boot, basically, like middle at boot aperture. Then chopped roof off, so you had a back wing that side, and a roof. Then banged it all back together. We wanted it done quick, so we got it done quick.
Yeah.
And
I'd like to put a pan roof in it.
Yeah.
Panoramic roof. I think that'd look cool. Even though it's a 60s car, I think put a glass pan roof in it.
Yeah, man.
I think it'd look awesome.
We get bored easy, so if we board a rust, then it's gonna get painted.
Yeah.
So if we're not, move on to the next one. Let's find something else. We're thinking for Galaxy or something, aren't we?
Yeah.
Don't know.
The thing is, it's going to a couple. We're going to take it to a couple of shows. We're not really. We're so busy. We don't really.
Yeah.
We're not doing many shows. But if you want lads want to borrow it and take it to a show, it'd be fine. Because the thing is, if they park it and someone dinks it with a trolley,
don't give a shit.
It's cool. The funny thing is, I was going to run it with Rain-X and no wipers. I run everything like Rain-X.
Yeah.
The wipers stopped working. Rain-X. But we tried the Maserati wiper motor, and it's literally by moving a couple of holes on the slam panel and the scuttle, it's going to work. It's like, wow.
Everything just fits, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't take a lot of work to make things fit.
And there's guys out there who's messaged saying, look, get any issues with Impala, with the Maserati, sorry. I'm at the end of a phone, here's my number, sort of thing.
Yeah, because
Maserati people, so.
There always is, isn't there?
Yeah.
They're not reliable, but that's one of the best sounding V8 engines ever made.
And looking as well, they look awesome.
Fucking mint.
That's why we made it, so you're not seeing all the crap, you're just seeing that engine.
Yeah.
And people, it's still, even that, like the dashboard scenario, they'll say, why have you put a Maserati engine in it? They don't get that you've put the body over the top of the Maserati. Everything's still the same. ABS works, flappy paddles working.
It's going to be only American car that can go around corners, sideways, properly.
Without being like a boat.
Yeah.
Even the Americans like it. They've been messages. And the Brazilians absolutely love it. Crackers.
Yeah, it's gone nuts over in Brazil.
Yeah, absolutely nuts.
Might have to take it over. Have an holiday.
Yeah. Shove it in a
You
container.
drive it there.
We just want someone to put it on, what's that, Forza, is it? Make it in a Forza game.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
But yeah, that's how we want it. We've let it rust now.
Yeah.
And I think it looks awesome.